Okay, so tonight with this Kundalini session, we are going to be cleansing our energy. So we're going to be starting with a pranayama practice that is going to help us to cleanse what is called the sushumna nadi. So we've got nadis that are energy channels passing. The sushumna nadi goes straight up across, through and through through each chakra. And as we've got the Ida and Pingala nadis that keeps on coiling round and round, and every time they meet at each chakra until you reach the third eye. So today we're doing the one that is going straight up, the one that is called sushumna. To do this, we're going to use the breath and the visualization. So imagine as if you have your root chakra at the bottom, and it's not as if because we do have it. So if you can visualize your root chakra rather, where both legs meet at your perineum. And then from there, so when you breathe in, your breath is going to start from the root chakra. And as you breathe in, you're going to bring a line of light up along the spine, and then along the neck, and then along the head, arriving at your third eye chakra here. And so as you breathe in, you are drawing a thin line of white light going up to here. As you breathe out, you're taking the pen out and you're bringing it back down to your root chakra. And then as you breathe in, you're putting the pen down again and drawing that line of white light all the way up to your third eye chakra. And then when you breathe out, you take the pen out, you see yourself following the channel down back to the root chakra where you put the pen down again. You don't have to use your hands. That's just to show you the image of what to do, basically. And when I speak about a pen, it's a magical, transparent pen, yeah? So just imagine that white dot of light starting at your root chakra, and then a thin line of white light being drawn with your breath as you breathe in and come up along the spine, just in front of the spine, just in front of the spine and through your neck, and just in front of the back of your head until you reach your third eye. Breathing out, you're bringing your awareness back down and starting from the root chakra again as your next breathe in. So I am inviting you now to sit with your legs crossed, bringing the right leg in first and the left one around. And then closing your eyes, holding yourself up with your back straight. Pelvis is slightly forward, chest is up. The sternum wants to face the ceiling. The shoulders are relaxed and the chin is tucked in to elongate the neck. Here, first of all, noticing your breath and letting go of the outside world, diving deeper within and simply noticing your breath as it is at first. And we are going to do this a little bit longer than we normally do at the beginning of this kind of session, so that we can really get through that beautiful cleanse. Simply noticing your breath as it is. Observing how it flows, observing the sensations you get from it. You don't have to worry about any mudra, the hand positioning, but if you wish, you can use a Gyan mudra, which is the OK sign, where the index finger gently touches the thumb tip and the rest of the fingers are nice and straight, as the way that we say OK with the hands. And you can rest this on your lap, but you don't have to. And now we're going to start this practice of the cleansing of the sushumna nadi. So starting with your awareness at your root chakra at the bottom of your spine, and then noticing as you breathe in this beautiful thin line of white light being drawn up all the way along your spine, at the front of your spine, just in front of it. Letting it arrive at your third eye chakra at the end of your inhale, and then breathing out, bringing your awareness back down the same passage along your spine, but without making any mark on this white line of light. At the end of your exhale, you are now at your root chakra again, and then breathing in and drawing the line of white light all the way up again, and keeping on repeating this through this whole practice. It is a very gentle and subtle type of practice. Keeping your breath as natural as possible, but making sure it stretches all the way up to your third eye chakra and all the way back down to your root chakra. Keeping on going, drawing this thin line on every inhale of white light all the way up to your third eye, and then Keeping on going. Every time breathing in and drawing this thin line of white light from your root chakra all the way up to your third eye chakra in front of your spine. And as you breathe out, bringing your awareness back down through the same passage, all the way back down to the root chakra. And on every inhale, starting again. We are going to continue this just for a few more minutes. Really enjoying the softness of this process. One last minute. Right. Now relaxing your hand back down if you're holding the mudra, taking a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, and then opening your eyes. Good. Okay. So now we're going to stand to do the warm-up part of the practice. Please be mindful of your back's really. I apologize for this. My phone keeps on crashing down, and that is what the sound is coming from for my voice. So I'm going to try to make it as loud as I can so you can hear me well with just this. Okay, so for the warm-up, you need to be careful with your lower back because whatever we're going to be doing now can have quite a strong impact on the lower back. So make sure that you feel comfortable and make sure you keep your belly muscles nice and tight unless we are doing the breath of fire, and just to go within the range that feels comfortable in the movement. So the feet slightly away from each other, wider than the hips, so that you can have a good balance. First, we're going to be doing the scissor hands. So you're going to be opening your arms out. And again, depending on your back and what it can handle, you could start low or be low, or you can raise your arms up to parallel to the floor. Here, you're going to be starting with your hands in the middle. You've got your right hand on top, your left one under. You breathe in, you open, you breathe out, you close in again, but this time it's your left hand on top and the right one under. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and keeping on going like this. And as you're doing this, you're moving at quite a high pace because we want to build up that energy. And imagine as if there was negative energy around you and this was clearing it all out, bringing pure, beautiful Kundalini energy up your spine, and at the same time cleansing your aura. Your aura is made of layers of so many different energetic parts of you, including every one of the chakras. So as you're raising the Kundalini through each chakra, you are cleansing and strengthening your aura. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. You have to, if you're going fast like this, you're going to need to push your breath out a bit quicker and bringing it back in a bit quicker so that it can keep up with the pace. And relax, closing your eyes and noticing how you are feeling now within yourself. And it could be, with Kundalini Yoga, we actually could do the whole session, most of it, with the eyes shut and simply noticing our experiencing of our Kundalini energy as we do so. So you can decide standing is not always easy to have the eyes shut, especially when we are moving energetically like this. So go with what feels right for you, but at any time you can close your eyes and really experience that Kundalini energy. And now we're doing it again. So starting again at the front with the arms crossed, and then opening the arms as you breathe in, closing them and shifting whatever hand was on top first, now is at the bottom, and the other way around for the other hand. And breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, keeping the shoulders down. We don't want to bring them up towards the ears, otherwise we will strain them. So please make sure you keep your shoulders nice and down, Belly muscles nice and tight to support the spine, and let's go. You can also go at a slower pace, especially if you are a woman and in your periods, then you need to make sure that you go slow. So in that case, then slowing down the breath and slowing down the movement, going at the rhythm of your breath. That was just a little explanation for people who are going to be watching this on YouTube. And relaxing again. And if your eyes are open, you can close them, noticing how you are feeling within yourself. Now, for the next two parts of the warm-up, we are going to shake anything off of us that we don't want or need. Any blocks, any negative energy we pick up, any negative blocks that we may have within ourselves that may be in any chakra, we're simply going to shake it all off. And as I'm inviting you, if you want to go deeper into the spiritual practice of this, to notice the negative things coming out. You could even choose in yourself what you want to let go of and watch it go off as you are doing the shaking. So we're going to start with shaking the hands. So as you are shaking, you are brushing off, little shaking off all that negativity. Whatever it is that you may feel, experience, think, or have as emotions, you can shake it all off, or you can just not even think about it, but simply just shaking off and feeling the brightness of your Kundalini growing as you are doing this. The Kundalini energy, it goes up along your spine, it goes through each chakra. So simply noticing that light growing gently and softly and firmly. It is there, it's not going anywhere, it is strong and powerful. Now shaking the arms as well and really shaking things off of yourself. You don't have to go with the breath, but if you want, you can. So that means you would breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you go down. And then you can shake the legs as well, however you want. And then at the same time, keep on going with the breath if you want. And you can shake your whole body now. It doesn't matter. You don't have to think about anything, but just that you are shaking and awakening this energy. You're letting it rise softly but firmly as you are shaking. You can shake your head, but be careful with your neck. And again here, be careful with your back. If you have lower back pain, for example, or shoulder pain, go slowlier and more gentle in the shaking. Women's cycle, same thing. Go slowlier and softer. Okay, now relaxing here, closing the eyes for a moment if they were open, and noticing within yourself how you are feeling now. You may start to feel slightly out of breath, warmer, maybe even sweatier. All of these are signs of your Kundalini activating. You might feel cooler, some people do, and whatever shift and change you are feeling from where you were sitting down and meditating, that is your Kundalini most likely expressing itself. So noticing how it is doing so. Right, okay. The next one, we are going to be stepping forward and back. Stepping forward and back, and actually shifting foot and then stepping with the other foot, coming back, shifting, stepping forward, back, shifting, so that we do both sides. So that's the feet, and I'm going to show you now what we are going to do with the arms. As you go forward, you're going to shake and then come back, and then shake, and then come back, and then shake, and then come back. Okay? Shake, and then come back. Shake, and then come back. So your arms are starting up as you go forward, so that as you're stepping, you are like shaking, really letting go and releasing. And as you're stepping forward, you are really letting go of anything. And here, so here we're not moving too fast, but as you are shaking and dumping it all down, you really can push it out through the nose, breathing out and pushing it all out. Breathing in through the nose, bringing the arms up at your back, forward, you're pushing it out as you breathe in, breathe out rather. And you're really letting go as you are. You can really, I'm going quite softly myself. It seems that that's how my body wants to do this. But you can go faster, you can go stronger into the pushing it all out part. All right, now relaxing again. Noticing again how you are feeling within yourself. And now we're going to do the kriya. So that was the warm-up. Now we're doing the kriya. We're going to do, you might not see it too well, I'll sit down to show you my upper body. We're going to stand for the first part. Feet are slightly wider than the hips apart. Feet are facing the front. The back is nice and straight. We're going to start here by doing the breath of fire. So I'm going to put myself sideways so you'll be able to see what happens with my belly. But with the breath of fire, we breathe in. So there's 3 stages to it. And don't worry if you've never done it before or if you're not sure how to do it. Don't worry, you will be able to catch on it and just do the best that you can. And then as you keep doing it, little by little, and we do it all the time in these sessions, you will be able to increase your control of it, and you will be able to increase the objective of it, the achievement that you're going to get, the benefit that you're going to get from it. So 3 steps to it, or 3 parts to it. The first one, we breathe in and out through the nose. The second one, as we breathe in, we blow the belly up, bringing it all filled with air. And as we breathe out, we bring the belly in close, so that the navel goes close to the spine. We breathe in, belly full of air. We breathe out, we bring the navel to the spine. And so that's the second aspect to it. And I'm going to practice this with you, don't worry. Then the last one is that we push the air out on the exhale as we breathe out, which commands the body then to bring it all back in on the inhale really sharply, because it wants to take the oxygen back that is just lost. So the effort of this breath is in pushing the air out as you bring your navel in, and then your body naturally will bring the air back in as you breathe in, and the belly will go big again, and then you're pushing the air out on the exhale again. So when you are ready, putting your hands on your belly, and first of all, simply practicing with your normal breath, breathing in and out through the nose, breathing in, making your belly big, filled with air, breathing out, bringing the navel in towards the spine. Breathing in, so let me show you from the side, you might be able to see. Breathing in, big belly, breathing out, bringing the navel to the spine. Breathing in, filling the belly with air, and breathing out, navel towards the spine. Keeping on going like this with your normal breath. And so the thing is, we're not actually putting air in our belly, but what happens is that we're filling our lungs so much that diaphragm shifts, which allows for the belly to grow bigger, is what's happening. And it's amazing, this practice, to go to the diaphragmatic breath practice, which is the way that we should all breathe, but we tend to get used to breathing from the chest mainly because of lifestyle and stress. So this is amazing to calm the nervous system down to even the emotions and allow us to be more balanced and more in control of them. It is great also for bringing heat to the digestive system. So for any sluggish digestive system, this will really help to boost things up. Okay, so now we're going to go a little bit faster. I'm going to show you several speeds, and actually I'm going to show you again from the side. So as you're here now, you're doing exactly what we did, but you're going to be doing it faster and with more push into the exhale. So this is how it's going. It goes rather. So a bit of a slow pace. Breathing in. If you find that you need to, you can blow your nose, because at this time, at this place within a practice, we may find we're a bit restricted in the nose. So you can stop and then blow your nose and then do it again if you wish. Now a slower pace. Now a much quicker pace. Okay, so now doing it yourself if you haven't started already, and simply starting and doing it at your own pace. It could be if you're in your women's cycle, then you need to do it at your own speed, at your own natural breath. If you have back pain or if you have any kind of pressure, especially if you have high blood pressure, not to be doing this practice and instead going with your natural breath, doing the same thing but not speeding up the breath. Otherwise, go ahead and see how fast you can go, allowing for your belly to move. If you find your belly is going the wrong way around, or that it's not moving much, or that the chest is lifting as you breathe, that's fine. Just let it happen. Just keep focusing on what you want to do and keep on practicing. And relax back to your normal breath. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing here, and noticing how you are feeling before we add an extra element to this practice for the next round. Great. Now for the next round, we're going to use a mudra at the same time. The mudra is the Kali mudra. To do the Kali mudra, you interlace the fingers together, pointing the index fingers, crossing the thumbs over. Don't worry about which direction you want the thumbs to cross unless you are particular about it and you know how to decide which thumb to put on top. Otherwise, don't worry, just leave it like this. And so to see from the other parts of the other sides, the other angles, this is what it looks like. And then what you're going to do is, as you stand, and this is where you're not going to be able to see, but you stand with your arms up and you keep the Kali mudra up. For this, you need your back to be healthy. If your back is hurting this way, then you can keep the Kali mudra at your heart center. This allows and invites that Kundalini energy to come up so strong. So when you are ready, then starting the breath of fire, where you've decided to put the mudra, and then breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose, pushing the air out on the exhale, and starting the pumping of the belly with the breath. And breathing in, nice and deep, breathing out, nice, deep and slow, and resting back down. And now we're going to come and sit on the mat. Great. Now here, we're going to continue with the cleansing. So with this breath of fire, we built up the energy. With the Kali Mudra, we invited the energy to come up. And so now what we're going to be doing is when the energy goes up through the chakras, it can release blocks. And so now we are going to cleanse the blocks out. And to do this, we are going to do the rowing. So the legs are nice and straight in front of you. Belly muscles are nice and tight to support your spine. Only go back as far as comfortable with your back and make sure that your shoulders are comfortable. Trying to keep the shoulders down. We don't want to bring them up. So nice and down. You're holding the paddles, so you have your hands in front of you. You're going to be breathing in as you paddle below. You come back and forward and above as you breathe out. Again, women's cycle, lower back pain, high blood pressure, go slowly, listen to your body. Make sure your belly muscles are nice and tight. I'm going to show you from the side what it looks like. You can go as fast as you want unless you have the issues I just mentioned with your body. And the faster you go, the less backwards you're going to be able to go because you need the time to come back up. So depending on your fitness levels, the strength of your belly muscles, it will vary from one person to the next. And as you're doing this, being aware that you're releasing any block, any negative energy, even thinking, if you wish, you don't have to, of connections with people or locations, past traumas, past events, build-up of energy or even pain in the body, you can invite it all to go, and you can invite for your aura, the field of energy around you, to get cleansed by this practice. And relax. Here, taking a moment to notice how you are feeling. And then doing it again. So when you're ready, but this time we're going to do the other way around. So as we are rowing forward, we're going down and under, and as we are rowing back, we're coming up and over. And relax. Amazing. So now we're going to, so this was the high pace part of the session. Now we're going to slow a bit down. So you can sit with your legs crossed. We're still going to move with the breath, but we're going to go a bit slower now. We are settling the energy back down. And so as we are doing what we're going to do, we're going to start with the hands in the prayer in the Anjali Mudra at our heart center. And then we're going to work with the breath. And we're going to breathe in, we're going to come up, all the way up, breathing out, we come down and around. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, down and around. And we keep on doing this. And we are going slower than with the other activities we've just done. Bringing the hands up as you breathe in, Bringing them down and around as you breathe out. If there is any problem with the arms or the shoulders, you can go lower. You don't have to go as high. And again, we are strengthening our energetic field. We are allowing for the Kundalini energy to come up, but at the same time, we are also cleansing ourselves, allowing for this beautiful light to come up and cleansing ourselves. And relax back down for a moment here. We'll do a quick second round of it in a minute. And you can, if you wish, even extend. If you want, if you have these beliefs in you, you can even extend. And as you are bringing your arms up and then back down, you actually can clear out, cleanse your entire living space, your room, your house, even your life. And simply being aware that as your arms are coming around, you're bringing positive energy to everything around you as well as within you. So starting again with the hands at the chest, Anjali Mudra, hands together, fingers together, and straight and flat. And then bringing your hands up as you breathe in, and then calming down as you breathe out. Going as high as feels comfortable. You can overreach with your shoulders here. You can really stretch them up. But make sure that as you come round back down, that they also come back down and relax back down. That is, don't stay up at the level of your shoulders, at the level of your ears, rather. And relax. Now we're going to do two last things before we do the last relaxation. The first one is we're going to do the Ajna Mudra with the child pose. And we're doing it, and we'll be doing it many times in my practices, because I find that this is one of the most amazing ways to notice our Kundalini energy and to anchor ourselves, ground ourselves. Some of us feel things, some of us don't. It doesn't matter. Don't worry if you are feeling like nothing's happening. Trust me, something is happening. Ajna Mudra, I'm going to show you from up close. We put the fingers, so the hands are flat, thumbs are making a line, and both your hands are basically making a triangle. And what you want is, when you are doing child pose, for your third eye to be in the middle of your triangle, like this. So as you are coming onto your mat, resting on your knees if you can. If you cannot do child pose because of your knees, you could also do it lying down on your back. I'll show you in a minute. But if you can lie down in child pose, then sitting on your feet, resting your back on top of your leg, and then you can either bring the mudra to your forehead and then bring your forehead down, or you can put the mudra down and bring your forehead into it. If you're lying down, you can lie down on your back. Here you can bring your knees up, and you then can put the mudra on your forehead and lift the arms out by your side. Staying here. Breathing slowly and comfortably. Relaxing here in child pose, staying for a little bit longer if you can. And coming back up. Lastly, before doing the relaxation, we're going to lie down on our back. If you can, lie down on your back. Otherwise, you can do this seated. We're going to do the butterfly. So bringing your legs up, holding onto your ankles, and you can decide either you leave your knees out but your feet are loose, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and hold like this. It's up to you, whichever way you want to do it. But we're doing it up in the air. If you cannot lie down, then you can be seated and you can put the soles of your feet together and then dropping your knees out and relaxing here. Okay, you can relax now in savasana. We're going to do the last relaxation. If you want to have a pillow or cushion, you can use that. If you want to have a cover on top of it to feel warm, you can also do that. And then lying down in savasana with the feet slightly apart from each other, extending the legs out. Bring the arms down to your sides, palms are facing up. And here you can close your eyes. If this hurts your back too much, you can also have the feet away from each other on the floor, knees bent, and then dropping the knees in and relaxing and letting them hold each other. And then you can close your eyes, taking a nice long deep breath in and out to begin. We're going to run a little bit over time. I hope that's okay. And here, you can relax. You can let go of every tension. Letting go of tension from your whole body, from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. No effort is required, so you can really relax. And today we are going to continue the cleanse with this relaxation by using the rain. So I'm inviting you to imagine yourself somewhere beautiful and relaxing, where it's raining. It is warm, you will not catch a cold, and you can stand under the rain if you wish, or simply listening to the beauty of its sounds as the rains drop onto the floor. If you're standing under it, you can start to notice what it feels like as the water drops on top of you, with each drop, then running down you and landing on the floor under your feet. And as the rain is gently pouring over you or next to you, you can allow it to cleanse your whole system, settling your energy down, relaxing you, and clearing out every little bit of any block remaining, any emotional load that needs to go. Allowing yourself to feel soothed, calmed, cooled if you need it, as the rain keeps on gently dropping. There is so much silence and stillness between each drop. So you can really relax. You can let your whole system settle. Your nervous system can get soothed. Your circulatory system can slow down. Your breath can slow down. Oh, you can relax. Let all the energy settle. And by now, you might even smell the wet soil, allowing that smell to remind you that you're standing on the earth, grounding yourself in this way. Remembering the simplicity of connecting with the elements through the weather. Really taking this time to enjoy surrendering into the peace, into the softness of each of your muscles, relaxing deeper and deeper, into your breath and your heart becoming softer and softer, fresh, light, cleaned, cleansed. Allowing yourself to take deep breaths. Noticing the purity of the water that is running over you. Reaching new heights of relaxation. Amazing. I'm inviting you now to come away from this practice, allowing yourself to remain relaxed and comfortable for the rest of your evening. You can continue through the evening to release if you wish and cleanse yourself if you wish. And now you can take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish. And now you can start to wake your body up again, gently, moving your fingers, your toes, your feet, your hands, your arms, your legs. When you are ready to come back up, lie down onto your left side first with your knees bent and stay here for a few breaths. Once you've taken a few breaths like this, you then can come back up and sit.